Magic Millions new slot race. The Sunlight will be represented by Gerringong and Lady of Camelot. Very interesting race, really exciting race for these 3-year-olds. Gerringong going there in great form off the back of two exciting career wins at the 2 starts. She's stepping up in grade here, but she's a very progressive filly, very talented, and there's been plenty of merit to her wins. Lady of Camelot has got some great form at the elite level. If she's able to bring that consistency and form that she's shown throughout her career, she's the obvious clear class horse of the field, and certainly looks very well placed here. Heavy track conditions are a little bit unknown for both horses, but they're going there in great shape. Gold Bullion will race in the Wave for connections. He's coming off the back of an impressive win over the mile in Brisbane at listed level. I think he's taken plenty of confidence off the back of that. He's ready to take that next step and should be better suited by the 1800 metres here. The conditions of the track should be suited. He's been effective in the heavy going before. Seems to have thrived between runs, so I think he'll be very competitive once again. The Novelist will take his place in the Syndicate, $1 million race over the 1100 metres. It was an excellent run from him at Wyong last start in the Magic Millions lead-up race. As over the 1200 metres, he's dropping back slightly in trip here, which I think he can be effective on. Versatile in the conditions. He's very fit right at this point of his preparation. He seems to have travelled up well, settled in nicely, and certainly think he'll be very competitive in this race. I think Keenan can show some sharp improvement off the back of his last start. The addition of the blinkers go on. I think it will be a positive for him, naturally stepping up slightly in trip as well. No doubt a much better setup for him. Not the best in the wet, heavy conditions, so hoping to see an improving track for him throughout the day, something to monitor. But I do think he's an improver if he gets the right conditions. Silent Impact's ready to show some sharp improvement, stepping up in distance here. Just got a little bit further back in a fast run race there first up, while off the scene, so I think he's fitter for that run. Naturally, up in trip, he should be able to be more prominent in the race, and with that, I can certainly see him being more effective. He's trained on nicely, looks in good shape, and looks well placed here. Sold Choices returned to Sydney after some very honest runs in Melbourne. She looks well placed here, importantly stepping up in trip. She's going there on the back of a nice, impressive trial. Just to keep her up to the mark with her fitness, but she's trained on nicely. She looks in good shape, and she's right at the peak in her preparation now. Slide Boots is returning to the races after an impressive win at midweek level at his last start. He's ready for that natural progression and next step. Think he looks still well placed here with further improvement to come off the back of that last win. Naturally stepping up in trip will be a suitable next step for him. Seems to be racing with plenty of confidence and a nice progressive horse going through his grades. Seth Neeks stepping out for the second time in his career at Kembla Grange on Saturday. Naturally stepping up in trip, getting out to a bigger track, and the addition of blinkers I think can see some nice sharp improvement for him. He looks well, he's trained on nicely, he's going to be much better for that experience. He just got a little bit lost and a little bit unbalanced around the tight Wyong track, so it wouldn't surprise me to see a sharp improvement from him.